This is the real reason why set and forget always works, and it has nothing to do with discipline. You have probably heard about this rule before. Set your trade, put your stop loss, and set your take profit, and then walk away. And maybe you tried it, it worked sometimes, or it did fail. But if you are honest, you probably also broke it. You told yourself that you were just going to check just one look, and then you saw the trade go in a little bit of lead, and something happened inside you, and you felt impossible to ignore it. Most people think that set and forget is about discipline, and they think that the traders who follow it are just stronger mentally, more patient, more in control. But that's not the real reason it works. The real reason is behind science, specifically what happens inside your brain the moment you watch a trade moving against you. And once you understand that, set and forget will never feel like it's just a lure again. It will feel like protection. I want to explain to you about amygdala effect. This is the small part of your brain called amygdala, and it's like the size of almond. Its only job is to protect you from danger. When your brain senses threat, and I mean a kind of threat that amygdala first fires immediately, it sends signals to your body to react. Your heart rate goes up, your breathing changes, and your muscle tightens. Everything your body gets ready, either to fight or to run away. This response saves human lives for 1,000 years ago. And if you were walking in a jungle and a lion appeared, you didn't have time to sit down and think. You ended up reacting in seconds. Amygdala made it possible. But here is the problem. Your brain cannot tell the difference between a lion and a losing trade. The amygdala, both of them look like danger, and its response doesn't vary. What amygdala responds to a lion and what it responds to a losing trade, they are both the same. Joseph Redouard is a neuroscientist who spent years studying how fear works inside our brain. And what he discovered is that something he called the amygdala hijack. Here is what happens. When you see something that feels threatening, the signals from your eyes travel to the amygdala first before even reaches to your thinking part of the brain. The fear response starts before your rational brain works with what's happening. In less than a second, your amygdala has already decided there is danger, and it has already started shutting down the parts of your brain that are responsible for calm thinking, patience, and good decisions. And this already started pushing you towards one thing: react right now. Redouard called this the hijack because it's exactly what it is. Your rational brain gets taken over, and the person making decisions in that moment is not the calm, disciplined trader who planned the trade early. It is the brain running purely on fear. How does this look like in trading? Let me show you exactly how it displays in normal trading day. You do your analysis maybe in the morning, you find a good setup, your entry is clean, your stop loss is pressed properly, and your take profit makes sense. Everything looks right now. You are calm, you are thinking clearly, and you enter the trade. Then you sit down and watch the market. Price starts moving fast, it goes in your direction, that's good, but then it pulls back. Now it is moving against you. It's getting closer to your stop loss, and right there is the moment the amygdala fires. Your body starts to feel it. A tightness in your chest, a small panic that starts to build up. Your brain is not telling you do something, fix this, react. That's what the brain is telling you. So you start thinking, maybe my analysis was wrong, maybe I should have stopped, maybe I should have placed my stop loss somewhere further such that it can't hit me. Maybe I should have closed this now and take the small loss before it gets worse. Maybe I should add more positions to lower my entry price. Every single one of those thoughts feels completely logical in that moment, but none of them are coming from the logic. They are all coming from the hijacked brain trying to escape the feeling of danger. And this is how a good trade, a trade that was set up correctly, gets destroyed, not by the market, but by the reaction that started in the amygdala. Redouard's research also found something important about timing. The amygdala hijack peaks within the first few seconds of the trigger, meaning the moment you see a trade going in red, your brain enters in the most irrational state within seconds. The 6 seconds is roughly the peak of that race. After that, if you haven't reacted, the rational part of your brain starts to come back online. Your body starts to calm down, thinking starts to clear, but most traders don't wait for 6 seconds. They react just in 2 seconds. They move the the stop loss before they can even realize that they are doing it. They cross the trade before the rational brain has had a chance to say anything. And later, sometimes just minutes later, they look at the chart and see that the trade recovered and hit the take profit. And they feel that the specific kind of pain that no one has named, like has no name, that kind of pain. The pain of watching a trade do exactly what you planned without you in it, because you reacted in 2 seconds when your brain was most compromised. So here is why set and forget works. Now, here is where everything connects. Set and forget does not work because disciplined traders are stronger than you. It works because it removes the trigger entirely. Think about it this way. Your amygdala cannot get hijacked, cannot hijack a brain that is not watching. If you set your trade, press your stop loss and take profit correctly, and then you close your charts and walk away, there is no red candles to see. There is no pullback to panic about. There is nothing that trigger your fear response. The decision that was made when your brain was calm, when you had no emotional pressure, when you were thinking clearly, and when you looked at the decision in and removed yourself before the amygdala could interfere. This is not a discipline technique. This is the brain science being used in trading strategy. Okay, Redoua's research essentially explains why every rule a trader breaks under pressure was probably a rule they understood and agreed with before the pressure started. They didn't forget the rule. The amygdala just made it feel irrelevant in that moment, and the set and forget is how you protect your decision from that moment of ever arriving. Okay, so how to actually do it? How can you actually apply this? Because a lot of traders hear set and forget and think that it just means close your laptop, but there is a process behind it that makes it actually work. The first thing in your trade has to be a setup correctly before you walk away. This means that your stop loss is not just pressed random, it's pressed at a level that tells you clearly, if the price reacts here, my analysis was wrong. Not if the price reaches here, I feel uncomfortable. No, there is a big difference between those two. One is logic and another one is emotion. Your stop loss should always be logic. Your take profit also needs to be realistic, not based on how much you want to make. It should be based on where the market has a room to go based on your analysis. Once those two are pressed correctly, the trade now has a complete plan. It has a defined list and it has a defined target. Everything that needs to be decided has been decided. Now you can walk away, not to check later, not to peek at 30 minutes. You can walk away and let the market do its work. This feels uncomfortable at first, especially if you are used to watching the market every candle moving, but the discomfort is actually your amygdala reacting to the loss of control. And that reaction, that discomfort, is exactly what used to make you break your lose. The more you practice walking away, the more your brain learns the market moving while you are not watching is not a trade, and slowly the fear response around your trading starts to weaken. Joseph Redoua spent years studying inside the human brain, and what he found was not complicated. When we feel threatened, our brain reacts before we can think, and in trading, watching your money move in a wrong direction feels like a threat every single time. The set and forget rule exists because of this, not because someone decided that discipline was important, but because someone understood that the human brain under pressure cannot be trusted to make the same decision it made when it was under calm. So the solution is simple. Make your decisions when you are calm. Lock it in and then remove yourself before your brain gets the chance to undo it. That is not weakness. That is understanding how you are built and trading with that knowledge instead of trading against it. So if this changed how you think about set and forget, share it with your friend or someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to keep learning about the science behind trading behavior, please consider subscribing. We are figuring things out together. I'll see you in the next one.